Your team spends a day in a room learning to sell. 2 weeks later, they're selling exactly the way they did before. The training usually wasn't the problem. Here's what was. You know the day, good energy, the role plays land, everyone leaves with a workbook and a bit of belief. Then nothing changes on the ground. The manager quietly decides training doesn't work, and the budget moves somewhere else. Most companies don't have a sales training problem, they have a habit problem. Expecting one day of teaching to change a habit was the mistake, because that isn't how habits get built. Selling is a habit, not a fact. Wendy Wood's research at USC found that about 43% of what we do each day is habit, repeated on autopilot with no real decision being made. Training adds knowledge to the thinking brain, the selling happens in the automatic one. Unless the new behavior gets in there, it doesn't survive contact with a real client. And habits take time most budgets never plan for. Philippa Lally's work at University College London found it took 66 days on average for a behavior to go automatic, with a range from 18 days to 254. What drove it was repeating the behavior against a cue, not willpower on the day. One workshop cannot build that. A rep can nod along to a clean explanation of a price objection and still freeze when a buyer pushes back hard on the number. The gap between knowing the move and making it under pressure gets closed by repetition, not by a better deck. That's why the manager matters more than the trainer. There's a local angle worth naming. Most off-the-shelf training is built around aggressive cold outreach, then shipped into the Gulf unchanged, where business runs on relationships and repeat custom. Across the teams I've worked with, almost none of the one business came from cold. It came from referrals and from reactivating clients who'd gone quiet. Drill a habit that barely converts here and you've wasted the money, even installed perfectly. So what works? Spread it out, don't cram it, keep it narrow, 1 or 2 behaviors, not 10. Tie it to a cue that already exists in the day and have the manager keep coaching to it, and measure it against revenue, not happy sheets at the end of the day. Done right, this pays. Across my engagements, clients have seen around 13 dirhams of new revenue for every dirham invested, and that comes from the system around the training holding, not the day itself. If your last training didn't stick, the honest question isn't whether to train again, it's whether anything was built to turn it into a habit. Book a discovery call and we'll go through it. Philip Mazloumian.com